I was challenged again. I'm challenged to answer 15 questions about fall. I'm going to do it different. Hi, I'm Steve Turtle and I'm a work camper. This is a story about Jill and me, our adventures, our travels, and a whole lot of work camper stuff. If you're a work camper or you're dreaming to become a work camper, you should subscribe and ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a new story. You don't want to miss one. Last week we talked about our off-season work camper duties here at Millbridge Village Camp Resort, restaurant confusion, our second of 3 camper projects, gate guard slow down, and Sadie, the Amish dog. Now if you missed last week's story and you'd like to see it, I'll leave a link right up there. This week we're answering 15 questions about the fall, and it's going to be fun. So let's get this party started. Oh, and don't go away until you see the twist. The fall brings back memories about my mom and dad. Now, both have passed away, but this time of year, I think about them quite a bit. My mom and dad, they divorced when I was 10 years old, but it was a good thing. Don't get me wrong, I wish they had stayed together, but they were a mess. They fought like cats and dogs. It would have been far worse if they had stayed together. Anyway, as a child, I spent time with both. Sometimes my mom and sometimes my dad, but mostly with my mom. My dad, he grew up in South Carolina, but he never traveled much further than North Carolina. Mom, on the other hand, she was an adventurer. She went everywhere, and I was right there along with her. We moved a lot. I'm serious, we moved a lot. We moved to South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Virginia, Michigan, Texas, and that's just to name a few. We moved so much, I never went to the same school more than 1 year. I think we moved mostly because the rent was due, but we had fun. We didn't have a lot, so it was pretty easy to pick up and move. I think I got my gypsy blood, my positive attitude, and my sense of humor from my mom. It's funny. I'd complain about not having something, and she'd explain others have less. So my answer to these fall questions are from my childhood memories. So with that, let's go ahead and answer some of these questions. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Is my hair funky? Your hair is fine. My favorite Halloween movie is The Ghost of Mr. Chicken with Don Knotts. My dad and I used to watch it every year, and we'd think it was just as funny every time we watch it. So apple or pumpkin pie? Actually, it's apple turnovers. My grandmother used to make these awesome homemade apple turnovers. She'd take the apples and she'd cut them real thin and she'd lay them on a piece of tin out in the sun to dry. When they dried, she'd place them on homemade rolled out dough, and she'd slather it with this sweet secret sauce. I don't know what it was, but it was really good. And she'd fry them up in a cast iron skillet. They were so good. I remember one year she sent me some when I was in the Army, and when I received the package, I went up to my room, I locked the door, and I ate them all myself. So you didn't share? Halloween party or haunted house? Neither. Although I did like Halloween. I was so excited thinking about the costume I'd wear and trying to figure out how I'd wear it. I remember one time my mom, she cut bed sheet into strips, wrapped me up so I could be the mummy. You know, back then, you didn't go out and buy a costume. You made them. A mummy? Would you rather get your pumpkin at a store or in a pumpkin patch? Pumpkin patch. The idea of sneaking into a patch at night and taking a pumpkin. I remember my dad and I, we used to go coon hunting at night, and we'd sneak down into the farmer's field and borrow some of his stuff and sit there on the tailgate and eat it. Not pumpkin, of course, but cantaloupe, watermelon, tomatoes, stuff like that. That's stealing. What's your favorite fall scent? Doe urine. Wait, let me explain. This time of year, my dad and I, we used to go hunting. And when we go hunting, we'd take a little doe urine and put it on our boots, so when we walked into the woods, we didn't smell like humans. It makes me think of those times. That's nasty. What's your favorite fall drink? Hot chocolate. My mom used to make the best hot chocolate in the winter. She'd put those little marshmallows on the top. It was really, really good on a cold day, especially when the electric got turned off. I thought it was Jack and Coke. I'm talking about when I was young. What's your favorite fall holiday? Halloween or Thanksgiving? I've always loved Halloween. When I was young, we didn't trunk or treat. We trick or treated. And most often, we tricked. I've been known to egg a couple of cars and TP a few houses. But we tore up the neighborhood. It was a time where trick or treat was at night, and you didn't have to worry about crazy stuff. Mom would dress me up, send me out all by myself, and we'd just have fun. We're halfway there. What's your favorite pumpkin-based food? Pumpkin roll. Sometimes I would unroll it and just eat the cream cheese. I was always in trouble. Would you rather go to a corn maze or a haunted house? I really don't remember doing either of those as a child, but I love anything haunted. But most of all, I like doing the scaring. I'm hoping next year that I can do a haunted house here at Millbridge Village Camp Resort. We'll see. What's your favorite Halloween treat? Twix. It's about time they gave them their own packs. They have as much in common as you a ghost and me a spirit. That's funny. I like all candy. Almost done. What's your favorite childhood memory? Hunting with my dad. I shot my first deer when I was 13 years old. It was fun hunting with my dad. We had a good time. He told some really good stories, and I think that's what made it so special. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? I like it all. Turkey, stuffing, homemade mashed potatoes, gravy with all the turkey parts in it, and Southern style cooked green beans. I have to admit, I really didn't like green beans as a child. Pick one. Stuffing. Would you rather wear a sweater or a scarf? Both. In camouflage, of course. I guess if I have to choose, I'd say sweater. Would you rather wear wool socks or slippers? Wool socks. They go with my hunting costume. A camo coveralls and a camo hat. We didn't have to worry about hunters shooting us back in the day, so we didn't have to wear any orange. Wait, no orange? All right, last question. What is your favorite fall tradition? My dad and I, we'd get up bright and early and we'd go out to the woods and we'd hunt. We'd hunt until about 11 o'clock. After we hunted, we'd go over to my grandmother's house and have a Thanksgiving meal, and everybody would meet us over there. After we ate, we'd wander into the living room and watch a football game. And usually, we'd all fall asleep before the game was over. That's a good tradition. Well, thank you, Steve. You answered those questions very well. I could not have done better. I'm glad that's over. I was tired of that guy staring at me. I don't know why you said what you said. It wasn't that why you did what you did. But I tell you what, I'm not doing this. I don't understand. You are not talking me into this. Why did you do it the way you did? Whole interview. I don't know. It's just goofy, silly. It's crazy. It's just wrong. I don't understand it. I just don't understand. Thanks, Grassroots Living. Love you guys. You are awesome. And thanks for the challenge. This is Steve Turtle reminding you to get on over to their channel and let them know what makes you happy and live your love. And I'll leave a link to their channel right up there. Ruff. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little twist. I thought it'd be something different. I'm not sure if it came out good. I got to go over and edit it yet. So I'm hoping that it'll come out to where it looks like something, you know, entertaining or fun or something like that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, click like down below and smash that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more stories like this one. New stories every week on Wednesday, right here on this YouTube channel. And ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a new story. You don't want to miss one. Until later, thanks for your time. Bye.